Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic 2006. It is time for our first level. I let the loading screen in because it has unique art for each level. That's something at least, isn't it? Wave Ocean, goodbye cursor, is actually a pretty nice level generally, and I think you can see a lot about how the level design in this game works. For example, if you get off the sliding part here, you can take a massive shortcut up there if you remember to press forward because the game doesn't do it automatically for you. However, I want to show off this entire game, so let's go back for a second and see what would have happened if we just had taken the sliding part to the end. Which is, we would have arrived here and gotten to the first checkpoint of the level and got a tutorial message tutorializing us on the homing attack. If you don't know Sonic at all, this is why it is called the homing attack, because it homes in on enemies. What we can see here is that this game uses havoc physics, baby. Everything is getting nicely splintered into thousand little pieces. This is a terrible idea for this game. It ruins the frame rate, it makes everything chug, and oh well, we will see much more of how bad it is. This was our first silver medal, woo! And this is our first death, woo! Because if you get out of the sliding state, then you immediately lose traction on the water, so Sonic loses his Jesus status basically, and now he cannot even walk on the loop. Yeah, and that also means that here, yeah, finally they actually programmed the sliding state in. We lose it for a bit, and this was terrible and awkward. Overall though, it worked. And the thing is, as I'm going to hopefully show in an S-rank video, this can flow beautifully if you do exactly the right things. If you fuck around a little bit like I was doing, just trying to show off stuff, then this doesn't work at all. And that is the biggest issue with Sonic 2006. Again, if you learn its language, if you just do what it expects you to do, the game is usually relatively fine. If you do stuff like this, whoa, 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 it breaks in incredible and unexpected and fun ways. By the way, there is stuff hidden under these rocks. I don't know if you knew that, because it is kind of fun to destroy them, but only if you know that they are destructible at all. This is also a nice feature of this game, which you do not see that often. Sometimes killing enemies makes other parts of the level design appear. Then the level design breaks a little bit, but that's not that bad. If I had hit the attack button once more at the peak of my jump, I would have made it up there. But that's not well on every single individual ring box. Anyway, this is the alternate, like slower route, and we would have arrived directly up here if I had taken the first shortcut. Isn't that nice? So generally there is a lot of different ways this game can go, and I really like that the levels have multiple paths to go through. It's almost like a 2D Sonic game. And there are substantial shortcuts, and there is rewards for exploring like this. And I mean, 20 rings is not bad. And you can see how the camera really desperately wants you to go in the right direction. I was just fucking around a little bit here. There is nothing to gain. Let's ignore moments like this. Yeah, this is also a new mechanic for this game. You just press the jump button. It's cinematic. Don't worry about it. Usually you would go down there, but if you continue grinding around here, then you get another silver medal and another new mechanic. Very welcome in this game. You can homing attack 2 rails. It's great. Obvious shortcut here. We are going to take it later. For now, let's take let's call it the intended standard route, which plays itself here. I'm not pushing any buttons. That is usually a bad idea. Just let the game do it. However, there is going to be moments like here where you slow down, and there is going to be moments where you absolutely have to push something. Anyway, more sliding, and whoops, I hit a corner, and whoops, no one-up for me. That's a bit bad. So this is why I'm not doing the silver medal and the S-rank run in one go. I'm just not good enough for it. Deliberately missed the shortcut here to go here, but I was misremembering. Another character has something hidden here, because yeah, of course they're going to replay level segments. This game is not like perfect about this. So just to show it off again, this is where you would have come out of the sliding corridor. And this just goes to show again how much of the game you can really skip if you want to, which is again more or less intended. It's best to not play it, I guess, but details. These here you can of course slide through with sliding attack, so this is one of the few uses. And can I make it? Yes, I actually can. This is extremely hard to get, especially if you later on get another upgrade that uses the same button as slide attack. And here is the wall running. The wall running sucks. It is so bad. I hate it. I am extremely bad at it. I know that you can be good at it. I've watched a Let's Player recently be extremely good at it. But I am not. It is terrible. So let's follow Sonic's advice and kill only the leader. It's the red guy. He has a double health bar and killing him awards us a massive point bonus. If you're into scoring high in this game, these are the kind of things you really want to do. Because this, you want 50,000 points to get an S rank in all of the levels. And this means that if you get this guy, then you already have a hefty chunk out of the way. This is how the normal route here goes. You can get a 1-up if you chain homing attacks, which have a wider lock-on radius than the actual range of the attack seems to be if you're just jumping in the air, which is kind of nice. Missing a 1-up here, I always keep forgetting to jump down there, but it's not a big deal. Just so you know where it is, you can just jump down there. And another water slide segment. The camera changes here, making it completely impossible to control Sonic. You have to keep in mind here and with the wall running, what you do is steer from Sonic's perspective. So you still have to keep in mind, if he goes left, you press to the left, and the camera just reverses that basically, so it's completely unintuitive. And for the wall running, it's also really bad. Another automatic jump sequence, just hammer the jump up, or you will fall in the water. This always takes uncomfortably long, and we have our first character switch. We are now playing as Tails the Fox. Tails sucks. All of the secondary characters, except for one exception, are terrible. But the problem with Tails, for example, is that you want to fly a lot, and the flying is not good at all, because the air control is exactly like it is with Sonic. You just have no acceleration, top speed instantly, and this is why you will see me do these jerky movements in the air. There is literally nothing else I can do. I've gotten used to it, but it's still really bad. This is Tails' attack, it's also really bad. It havoc physics around a circle of rings, which just causes the game to lag to hell and back. Again, this is probably not the emulator's fault, though it's been a while since I compared the console version, and we actually uncovered a silver ring there. A silver medal, so that is actually quite interesting that you can do stuff like this. It's also kind of bullshit, because how would you realize that you can destroy these pillars? Not everything is a physics object here, thank God, but many things, surprisingly many things are. So let's see if we can get this without dying. We actually can, Excelsior. So the intended way here basically is to take this as kind of a shortcut, maybe even show you how long Tails can actually fly, though I do not know if this is like intended or if it's just like, yeah, this is just the maximum flight distance to make sure that it is actually possible. Sometimes stuff is hidden under boxes, so it's nice to explore like that, and actually I do really enjoy exploration in this game. This is one of the things which I do not see mentioned often, but actually going for the silver medals and trying to find them on your own, that's fun, I like it. I think this is a good thing to do, and people should do it more often instead of just saying, oh, this game sucks and you just can't play it. It's like, it's true, it's bad, yes, it is bad, but you can have a lot of fun with it once you understand how to do it. Of course, when you do not know how to play, the exploration is also painful, but, you know, I know how to play. And I think one of the ring boxes just impacted one of the rings from the ring box, not hitting the robot. Again, it's brilliant. Like, they have these physics, and then you just create tons and tons of objects, and it is bad. It's so bad for the game. Anyway, another reward for exploration, phenomenal. Another lighthouse, nothing up there, too bad. But here is, again, steered by the camera. I really like the camera in this game, actually. You will not hear this often, but if you accept that it will guide you towards your goal, in this case the switch, then you can actually have a lot of like tutorializing by it. It will tell you where to go, and you will generally be led in the right direction. So just like let the game take over a bit and trust it just for a bit. Cut out the loading screen and whoa, this is the emulator. Pressing F4, fixed it. Let's not talk about this again. This is our first mark speed section. These are infamous. These are terrible. They do not work in the slightest. Sonic just dashes off here at max speed, and it is extremely hard to control. Again, the problem, you do not have any sort of acceleration. You snap to a direction. You press the stick just a tiny bit, and your angle shifts drastically. It is so hard to stay in a straight line here. You can use the ring trails to guide you. By the way, one missed silver medal, but it's not very reliable, as we're going to see. Second missed silver medal. Did you even see it pop up to the left? Oops. Oh, this was very close, almost died. Third missed silver medal. And another automatic jump sequence. And the thing is here, this is all very cinematic. It looks pretty good. And I'm going to show you a good run at the end, of course I will. But actually playing it, good lord, this is not fun. It is really not fun. And you are terrified of dying. There is a silver medal I got. Blink and you miss it, but I knew where it was. And we have actually reached the end. So this is like the breather segment. This is where finally you can just relax and enjoy the game, putting you into the goal ring. This is great. And the thing is, this happens all the time here, and this is where you will game over in the first level of the game, because this final segment of the mark speed section, after you've suffered through the awful controls here, said Mangat, it will kill you all the time, because it plain does not work. By the way, you have no air control once you jump. If you're committed to a jump that will plummet you in the abyss, that's it, you're dead. But yeah, let's talk about the final loop a little bit more. There is a fun thing about this game, yeah, this didn't work, where all of the bumpers and the accelerators and so on, so Metal Get, um, they actually do not, they are not scripted. They just use the game's physics to simulate sending you into the, well, the way they are intended to send you. And that means that you can do stuff like hold forward on one of these and you will fly further. And if you don't, then you won't. And this breaks stuff like the loop. This is not a demonstration of that. This is just terrible level design, because if you go for this one ring box, then you will die. If you follow the last ring trail, then you will die, because you cannot control yourself in the air. At some point they probably changed that, but well. So here's what happens if you don't hold forward. You die! Amazing! So again, you can make this, you can get this one up and survive, and I'm going to show it off. But if you do not hold forward on this, then you will die. And this is the thing where players are just different. Here I'm holding forward and it works. It's brilliant. Some players just naturally hold forward because they're like getting into the motion. They just want to propel Sonic forward even though he runs on his own. I tend to let the game do its own thing. Often that's a good idea. In this case it will kill you. You have to know these things. Once you do know, you can semi-reliably do this, but this is still a very, very hard segment, especially not to get hit in. And you want to not get hit in to get a high rank, which is also another big problem. If you want to score a high rank, these max speed levels, there's 4 of them in the game, they will be one of the hardest challenges you will ever face in a Sonic game, because you need this ring score at the end, because every ring gives you 100 rings at the end. Getting not hit there here is also pretty hard, by the way. So, let's show off another path we haven't seen yet, up here. Again, there's a lot of stuff that is very fun here, like alternate pathways and so on. But, well, it's sometimes just very hard to get them. For the love of God, hold forward here. This is what is intended to happen here. And whew, we got it. And this is usually a big, big sigh of relief for every first time player, because this level, it starts very nice. It is a lot of fun at the start, just playing it normally. But here in the end, this max speed section, it's just bad. There is nothing at all redeemable to say about this. But we did get all of the 10 silver medals, a little bit disjointed, but you can count them with me. I hopefully showed all of them on video if I didn't make an editing mistake, and you get 1 for simple completion, and that's the level, and now a cutscene starts. And the first save prompt.
It looks like the princess was moved to another location. Let's head back to the city.
That's it for Wave Ocean. I hope you enjoyed the editing style. If you didn't, tell me. If you did, tell me. Do the usual stuff, and thank you very much for your attention.